I'm Christina Bergen, and I'm reading for Xanthippe.
James Savatko, reading for Socrates.
Kevin Herman, reading for Apollodorus.
Mitch Owens, reading for Zenas.
Sandy Gardner, reading for Morona.
I'm Marcus de la Fuente, I'm reading for Antisthenes and Lamphicles.
I'm Tim Reese, and I'm reading for Agathon and Aristophanes.
I'm Jeremy Johnson, I'm reading for Alcibiades and the narrator.
I'm Steve Isaiah, and I'm reading for the moderator.
Scene 7. Town center of Athens. Socrates and Xanthippe stand on a platform. Alcibiades is standing off to one side, looking up at Socrates, and Morona is standing off to the other side by Xanthippe. Make sure you put her in her place, Socrates. I've thought Xanthippes needed to be taken down a peg or two for a while now. We don't want these broads to start getting any funny ideas.
All of us women are counting on you, Xanthippe. Don't let us down. Our husbands will never let us forget if you let him get the better of you.
Thanks, that really takes the pressure off.
You'll do fine. Remember what we talked about yesterday? And if that doesn't help, if you start to feel yourself get tongue-tied or need inspiration, just think of what your life would have been like if you'd married a rich man who spoiled you rotten.
Maybe I should forget the debate and just kill him.
Perfect. That's what I want to hear. Break a leg, preferably his, goes to her seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today for a very special event. No, this man, Socrates, and this woman, Xanthippe, are not here to join together in heavenly matrimony. They've already experienced that joy and are now years past that day of happiness, I can assure you. Instead, you are about to witness a very remarkable and unparalleled occurrence in our history. For the first time in our illustrious city, a husband and wife are going to debate some of the greatest philosophical issues of all time. They each have much at stake in this contest. Socrates, one of our most famous philosophers, has agreed that if he loses, he will forever renounce philosophizing within the walls of this city.
Ooh, damn philosopher!
And Xanthippe has agreed that if she loses, she will stop nagging her husband to death.
Boo!
Yeah.
These are the terms that you both have really agreed to. With the people of Athens as witnesses, I ask you now to both affirm your willingness to be bound by the judgment of the majority decision of those present. Do you both agree to let the citizens of Athens choose the winner of this competition and adhere to the rules of conduct governing you if you should lose?
I do.
Very well then, let's get started. There will be at least 2, possibly 3 topics for debate. The first 2 will be the one and the many, and being and becoming. If necessary, there will be a third topic, a tiebreaker on the value of the philosophic life. Socrates won the drawing of lots that was held earlier to decide who gets to speak first, and thus he will begin. Socrates, are you ready?
I certainly am, my fine friend. But, with your permission, I would like to ask for assistance from someone here in our audience. My friends know it is a habit of mine to always ask their help in arriving at the truth in our discussions. And so, if you don't mind, I would like to ask Zenas here if he would be willing to answer a few questions.
By all means, Socrates.
Why can't you ever just give a straight answer? Why do you always have to have someone else do your dirty work?
Xanthippe, please, wait your turn.
As I was saying, it is customary for me to start out by asking a few preliminary questions of my admirers. Zenas, would you be willing to give me a hand?
Of course, Socrates. Please, feel free to ask me whatever you want, and I'll do my best to try to answer it.
Very well, then. First, do you agree that the one and the many are 2 separate things? That is, that there is the one and there is the many.
Yes, of course.
That is, they are not the same.
Yes, you're right. I told you he's a genius.
That's obvious.
But, if they are not the same, then they are alike in that they are both different. So they are nonetheless the same. though different.
Yes, that's all true. I'll be damned if I understood a word of it, but I know you're right.
Good, I'm glad you agree. You always were one of my better pupils, along with Alcibiades over there. Now, on the other hand, the one is one, which is why we call it one. But the many is more than one, which likewise is why we call it the more than one, or the many. Isn't that so?
Yes, every single word of it, true as true can be.
All right. But if the one is only one and the many is more than one, then the one is less than the many and different from it.
I thought we already covered that part.
Just shut up.
But if the one is less than the many, then the one is also part of the many, which means they are the same. Which brings us back to the same conclusion. The one and the many are both the same and different.
What did I tell you? An absolute genius, I say. There never was a wiser man.
I'm beginning to understand what you mean when you say all he knows is that he knows nothing.
That was a very impressive argument, Socrates. I think it is clear to all of us now why it is that you have, justly, earned a reputation for your great wisdom, sir. It will indeed be a tough act for Xanthippe to follow. All right now, Xanthippe, it is your turn to speak on the one and the many. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. The one and the many.
All right, everyone. Now, give her some time.
Come on, Xanthippe, remember the strategy.
All right. You want to know about the one and the many. I'll tell you about the one and the many. My husband has gone and stayed out all night at one damn party too many. I'm tired of having one bite to eat at the dinner table every night for the kids and me, while he's off gorging himself at another of his many gourmet feasts. And he doesn't even bring us a doggy bag. In short, I think I have one worthless husband too many. And I've been married one damn time too many.
Tell him, Xanthippe. That's the way, Xanthippe. Keep it up. Let him have it good.
All right. That's a very strong show of support for your first response, Xanthippe. The people of Athens have clearly chosen you as the victor for the first question. But there is still our second topic, being and becoming. Socrates again will speak first, whenever you are ready, sir.
Looks as though your friend might be in some trouble.
No way.
Once again, I would like to ask whether Zenas would be willing to help me by agreeing to, answering a few questions.
It would be my honor, Socrates.
Thank you. Let's get started then, shall we? There is a difference between being something and becoming something. Don't you agree? A man is a certain age, but he's becoming another age at the same time. So he is simultaneously being and becoming.
Yes.
Now then, if a man is being and becoming at the same time, then he can never be anything because he's always becoming something else.
Yes.
But then again, he can never become anything else if he is never something to begin with. Isn't that so?
Yes, every damn word of it.
Therefore, a man is both being and becoming, and not being and becoming at the same time.
A prodigy, if there ever was one.
I say we string this guy up from the nearest available tree. Then he'll have a pretty good idea of what he is and what he's becoming.
Well, you seem to have made quite a comeback, Socrates. Xanthippe, it's your turn again now. What do you have to say on the subject of being and becoming?
Plenty. I'm tired of being made a fool of by my damn husband. If you don't shape up, old man, and stop loafing around all over town all day and start supporting your family, I'm going to stop being so damn nice to you. I'm going to become violent. To conclude, your time of being is short. And if you keep up your damn philosophy nonsense, you're about to become history. You like to keep those damn gums flapping in the breeze? This will wet your whistle.
She picks up a pitcher of water on the podium and pours it over his head.
First Xanthippe thunders, then she pours.
You like to keep those damn gums flapping in the breeze? This will wet your whistle.
She picks up a pitcher of water on the podium and pours it over his head.
First Xanthippe thunders, then she pours.
I think it's fair to say it's unanimous. There is clearly no need for a discussion on the merits of the philosophic life to decide the question. Xanthippe, I hereby declare you the winner of this debate, and Socrates, I hereby notify you that from this day forward you are forever banned from in any way practicing philosophy within the city of Athens.
But it's not fair. I was just getting warmed up. In the next part, I was going to get into a no-holds-barred discussion of the good and the bad. That's my specialty.
I'll tell you what's not fair. Making your family the victims. Your damn hypocrisy. You may do wonders for all those idle young drunks in the city, but you don't do anything for your kids and me. But the party's over, buddy. You've had your fun. Now we're going to go get you a job.
Help!